Are there any moms out there that have come into the bathroom and just sat there and cried because you were just so exhausted and it led you to flip out and lash out at your kids and spank them in a bad way and stuff like that? Or you just felt like you needed to come into the bathroom and just let it all out because you were just so overwhelmed?
Hey Mama, my name is Nikisha, and today we're going to be talking about breaking the cycle of yelling. I am a mom that spent many nights in guilt and shame because of how aggressive I was towards my children. Constantly yelling, constantly being so firm and aggressive with them. Now I help burnt out parents break the cycle of yelling and other aggressive behaviors so they can feel themselves again, regain their clarity, their peace, and their energy with the Nootropic Protocol. So if that's you, you're in the right spot. And today we're going to be talking about 2 impactful ways to break the cycle of yelling. Yay, finally. Now, I know you've come across a couple different things that have probably promised overnight solutions. This is not it, baby. This is going to take work, but stay to the end of the video for that bonus solution that's going to help speed up the process. Let me be the first to say that I am not a professional speaker whatsoever. So I do have notes over here on my computer that I'm going to be referencing to make sure that I stay on track and that I provide the best value to you guys. So the first thing that you want to do is understand how your brain works and the impact yelling has on your children. Everything that you see, touch, hear, experience travels through your brain in the form of electric signals. These signals pass from cell to cell until they reach your brain. They enter your brain at the base near your spinal cord. Then they pass the middle of your brain, which is responsible for emotions. Then they reach the third part of the brain, which is responsible for rational and logical thinking. So what does this mean? It's easy for you to respond emotionally before you respond logically. But unfortunately, by that time, you are already drowning in guilt. Now let's talk about the impact yelling has on your child's brain. Yelling triggers a stress hormone called cortisol in your child's body. When this happens too often, it can overwhelm their brain and make it harder for them to feel safe, even with you. Yelling too often can change the way your child's brain grows. It makes it harder for them to manage their emotions, make good decisions, and feel safe when things get tough. Over time, yelling can make it hard for children to calm down, focus, or even feel confident. You might start noticing anxiety, meltdowns, or trouble paying attention, all because their nervous system is on high alert. The second thing that you want to do is identify what makes you tick. Now that you understand how your brain works and why you're quick to react, let's talk about why your brain keeps going back to that reaction mode and how to stop it. The truth is, your yelling isn't just about your child's behavior. It's about your internal triggers. Every time your child whines, screams, or talks back, it might be activating something deeper inside of you that's been building for a long time. For example, maybe your toddler's tantrum makes you feel out of control because you grew up in a home where chaos wasn't tolerated. Maybe whining makes you snap because growing up, no one listened to you. Or maybe it's just overload because you've been doing everything for everybody and never getting a break. So here's some things that help me. Start naming your emotions in the moment. The faster you can say, I'm frustrated, the more power you have to pause before reacting. Notice the pattern. What time of day are you most likely to yell? What situations trigger you the most? Let yourself feel without shame. You're not a bad mom for being frustrated, but you do deserve support, and so do your kids. You don't need to carry guilt or shame another day. What you do need is support. Not just emotionally, but mentally and physically too. Because breaking the cycle isn't just about better parenting hacks or better routines. It's about getting yourself back. Your clarity, your calm, your ability to respond with peace, even when the moment feels overwhelming. If you're ready to start showing up the way you want to, not just for your kids, but for you, I want to share the exact protocol that helped me become myself again. It didn't fix everything overnight, but it gave me a starting point. Now, earlier in the video, I mentioned if you stuck around to the end, I had shared something that helped me speed up the process of breaking the cycle of yelling. So let's talk about nootropics. Now, I know that may sound like a big and complicated word, but it's actually pretty simple. Nootropics are natural substances that support brain function. Think of them like fuel for your focus, your mental clarity, your memory, and even your emotional control. Don't numb you, and they don't fix everything overnight, but they do help your brain function the way it's supposed to, especially when you're under chronic stress or feeling emotionally drained. So here's why I swear by this combo, especially for burnt out, overwhelmed moms who are trying to stay calm and present. It's your brain's energy booster. B vitamins are critical for your nervous system. They help reduce brain fog, improve mental clarity, and support emotional balance. If you're feeling on edge, irritable, or constantly fatigued, a B vitamin deficiency might be part of the problem. This is a natural adaptogen, meaning it helps your body adapt to stress. Think of it as your reset button when life feels too heavy. It's been studied for reducing emotional burnout, increasing energy, and improving mood under stress. It's not as well known, but it's incredibly effective. It helps with energy, memory, and overall performance. It supports and protects healthy brain cells, which is crucial when you're emotionally exhausted and trying to parent well. Now, you can absolutely go to Amazon and grab each of these ingredients individually. That's an option, but it also means managing 3 separate bottles, remembering multiple doses, and staying consistent every day. That's why I started using a Nootropic protocol that combines all 3 in one package. It's been a game changer for me, not just for staying calm, but finally feeling like myself again. So if you want to check it out, I've linked it for you in the description below. It's the same protocol that I now recommend to other overwhelmed moms who are ready to show up differently. Not perfectly, but with more clarity, energy, and peace.